Hello everyone and welcome. This is Pima Community College, Culinary 150, Garde Manger. This is week 2, lab 1, fruits. I'm Chef Lolly. Fruits are divided up into 8 categories. As you can see, we have most of the 8 categories here. So what we're going to do is go over these categories and show you exactly what's in each one. First, we're going to do stone fruit. Stone fruit, such as peaches, has a pit in the middle, of course, and that's why they call it stone fruit. Simply break it apart, and you can see that the peach is sort of overripe, but we can use at least this half of it. We can continue with our cooking. Stone fruits have a thin skin, a pit in the center. They're very fragile. Avocado is a stone fruit also. But when avocados were first introduced to Europe, they didn't know what to call them. So they called them alligator pears because of the shape of the avocado and the appearance of the skin. Our next fruit that we're going to be talking about is palms, which is apple, pears. Palms are a tree fruit with a thin skin and a core in the middle. There are 7,500 different varieties of apples. If you were to eat one a day, it would take you over 20 years to eat all of them. Next one we're going to talk about is citrus. Citrus, of course, lemons, oranges, limes, grapefruit. Here we have a grapefruit that we're going to use. Get a nicer one here. And you can see that citrus has a thick skin, a white pith, which is bitter, and all of this needs to be cut off. So we'll cut along our sides. We'll cut along the bottom. Take your knife around the shape of the citrus. Now here you can see we have segments divided up by a thin membrane. When we cut the fruit out of the segment, this is called a supreme. There's pictures of supremes in your book. So we'll dispense with the grapefruit for now. Let's move on to melons. Melons is another variety of fruit. Here we have a cantaloupe. Cut the bottom and the top. Go along the sides. And this is how we cut our cantaloupe. Cantaloupe have seeds in the middle. Cantaloupe seeds are not edible. You just scoop them out. And now your cantaloupe is ready to prepare. And we'll be preparing this cantaloupe for our assignment this week, chilled melon soup. Also, I have a watermelon. Melons come in 2 types, sweet and watermelon. Melons are 90% water, and cooking is not recommended because they'll fall apart. Watermelons come oval or round. It's a native to Africa. The seeds are inside the sweet melon. And all you have to do is scoop them out for service or cut them out for service. Let's talk about berries. For our berry demonstration today, we have blueberries and strawberries. Strawberries have little seeds that you can't see from the outside. So when you cut it open, you can view them a little bit better. Our blueberries, thin-skinned. Berries must be ripened on the vine because they don't ripe after picking. Wash berries right before service because they tend to collect the water and get a little mushy. Now let's talk about grapes. There are two types of grape, classified by color, either white or black. Raisins come from grapes. The red ones are dried for the regular grape, and the green ones are dried for the gold grape. Now, a dusty appearance on the grapes means that they're recently picked and ready to go. If they have brown spots, they're a little old, don't use them. One thing about our berries that we forgot was our banana. Bananas are berries that grow in groups on trees up in the air. They're always green. The groups of bananas are called hands. They're picked green and ripened afterwards. Tropical fruits. For our tropical fruit, we have mango, papaya, and kiwi. All these fruits are grown in tropical climates with a high humidity. Here we have our kiwi. You can see the seeds on the inside. Here we have a papaya, which I've cut in half already. The black seeds in the middle are edible. They taste very peppery. They aid in blood circulation, but I wouldn't recommend eating a handful at a time. For our papaya, we slip underneath, cut out the seeds, scrape it a little bit, and we are now ready for service. Next, let's talk about mangoes. Mangoes have a smooth but a tough skin. They're yellow to red on the outside with a little bit of green. As they ripen, the green goes away. We cut mangoes on the side, on the other side, and this is what's known as the mango cheeks. Now, for our cheeks, to serve our mangoes, we just cut our cheeks. Down almost to the skin. Go from the bottom and push them up. And this is our mango ready for service. All we do now is cut these little squares off. Very delightful. The rest of the mango can be sliced away from the pit in the middle, and then you do the same thing with service. All the way down to the skin, cut across, go under the skin, and you can turn it inside out, and that's how you get your mango pieces. So there's our 8 different types of fruits: palms, stone fruit, berries, citrus, tropical, grapes, and melons. Now you understand that we didn't do exotic fruits today because we won't be using them in our class. But you can read about exotic fruits in your textbook. Please remember to follow along on the videos, the documents, turned in your discussions on time. Your assignment for this week is chilled melon soup, and preparation for that will be covered in another lab. Happy cooking!